quickly as they can change the gear, they do so. So there is the number 13 of Hakim Danish, our points leader. But
oh dearie me, what a big shame that was. Such a good charge to Gonzalez with him.
And I think Veda was perhaps using a
Off the back of the leading group then. So a lot of the riders who maybe had a little bit less
is out of it. He's in second place in the points, but he's not.
8 points coming away from that one. So, but this is, he's going to get a bit of a nosebleed here running this high up as we.
That's right. And as I say, they go through the gearbox and through the left-hander in first, and they go down the hill, pushing in a superb second place. But Joel Pont.
Got to give a shout out to Thompson and Mounsey. That's a good start for them. Thompson could have expected him to be on the way down for the reverse corkscrew. This is quite a brutal climb for any runner or cyclist.
Riate and the leader Veda Ega on the 54. Then the 11 of David Gonzalez, Brian Ariarte, and those trio, I think, are being caught by the...
With Sullivan Mounty up from 11th on the grid there in 7th as well, just off the back of...
Brian Ariarte there as he tries to hang on to Veda Ega. He didn't look quite as smooth and clean. There's only 3 seconds covering the whole grid at the moment, so 51, it is Brian Ariarte with the advantage. He's right on the tail of Veda Ega now.
David Gonzalez, 11th in the standings, is
Brian Ariarte, who's won 2 races and twice been knocked off, and once by Hakim Danish.
Yeah, and he wants to be...
Well, thank goodness for the Tech Air suit from Alpine Stars, which obviously fired up as he was... You know, Marco Morelli, you remember go back to Assen last year, can win a race like he's on a different planet.
Yeah, and they're so orderly for the first like 6, 7 or 8 riders. I mean, what a start Veda Ega had, but after that it was absolute chaos.
Casey and Hakim Danish on the number 13.
Carter Thompson there and
Still is Veda Ega who has the advantage. Brian Ariarte instead saved a very, very nasty collision with the tarmac on the way down. There is an end. And the point is, I think all 5 of them know that absolutely sensational.
Well, now it's getting spicy because the turn. That is an impressive move because that is so fast there, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right.
He's finished 3 out of 4 races so far. A very quiet Le Mans, just taking away a few points. But we've got 2 riders down, unfortunately. Joel Pont and Christian Daniel down and out.
Plenty of action remaining.
They're being very sensible, Peter. It's like a very high-speed game of chess there, and potentially the extra protagonists as well of David Gonzalez and Julio.
Benyat Fernandez, of course.
Feeling a bit more in the groove and a bit more up for the fight now.
Oh my goodness, it is
oh,
a
and
fight,
he cuts Raih! Perhaps with his pace and qualification, but not today. Fastest lap of the race goes to Hakim Danish on the back of this group, the number 30. If you're offline, some of the riders going inside. That was the number 11 there, going up the inside. I think I saw David Arnie in 8th as well. Agostinelli, the Vietnamese rider there, up into 9th place as well as the corkscrew right there. And you're absolutely right. It is so downhill run now. This is your group. Doesn't look like any of them are going to really drop off. Who himself, a KTM factory rider, could be helping out with that.
Well, that's an interesting point you make, because I know that from the...
Ref, strictly speaking, his best result was 8th place there in race 1. Peter, that was so close. They're being ultra brave through there. And look at Gonzalez, just wait. I mean, he started from the back of the grid, but he's not made any inroads here at all. You know,
not quick. When you can win a race on a different planet like he did at Essen last year, it really has nothing to do. Passing Brian Ariarte goes, no he doesn't. Brian Ariarte on the 51, and the orange helmet still has second from the leading 5. We've decided, for whatever reason, with a 4.6 second gap, that these 5 are going to remain to the end.
The starting rider.
Yeah, but wasn't that because he was penalised?
Exactly.
Yeah, he was. You know, he came along this weekend. It was good. Certainly not sort of sitting up and waiting for anybody down the back straight.
No, absolutely right.
So that you need the slipstream. So there really is no point in doing anything silly at this point in the race. Just hang in there.
Vinales his own agency, and he came by the 10 yesterday to sort of instantly after qualifying to see what
around him, but that's never stopped him before. So I don't think the circuit knowledge thing is a. He's got incredible talent, but it just has up weekends and down weekends. It's just the way it is.
I was just going to say, Saxon ring.
And we got plenty of action. It's 19 laps. Race 2, and the lights go out. Who gets a good start? Capuchin is into the lead from pole position, but with him Brian Iriarte sits in the second place. He goes up the inside. Capuchin comes around the outside, but it's Brian Iriarte.
And I think one of them's Joel Pons, but as we switch back towards the front,
We're coming to the corkscrew section, and unless you go up there and watch it, you can't believe how
for Capuchin, Utama into third, and he's got Thompson.
it may have been Alejandro Fernandez as well. I saw the pink helmet. Anyway, we'll see. I'm sure we'll get the information.
You're offline. Some of the riders going inside. That was the number 11 there, going up the inside. I think I saw David.
They go down the hill. Capuchin in a superb second place, but Joel Pon, he's one of the fallers, and Brian Iriarte already touching the green stuff. He's got to watch that.
Did there into that left-hander. So easy to run off, run wide, clip the wheel of the rider. Wasn't it?
That's right, Veda. There was really not room for that lead.
Well then, so 3 riders down at the first turn. Accidentally was the other one down with Fernandez, as you rightly pointed out. Come across the line there to complete lap 1. It will be Iriarte from Capuchin. I mean, he started from the back of the grid, but he's not made any inroads here until, place 2.
Veda Ega does not want to hang in there. Capuchin goes up the inside. Veda Ega tries to go past both of them. Can't quite do it, but he does. He hangs on to the lead to go down the hill. But it's Veda Ega who has pushed aside the white helmeted man.
Reason it really impacted Benya. Fernandez is someone else who's gone down too in there as well. A few riders going wide there, and Brian Iriarte is much closer in the championship to it now as we look ahead from Danish. 2 feeling a bit more in the groove, a bit more up for the fight now.
Oh my goodness!
And he cuts right at Fernandez. Goodness me, he squeezed him as much as you possibly can, as well as Benya Fernandez. Tinez as well, I believe, unless he's just gone really, really wide, caught up in some.
Okay, right, it is the 54 of Veda Ega that still has the advantage, but then Brian Iriarte in third. Down the hill they go, absolutely superb. It's 4 kilometres an hour, 102 miles an hour. They get up to 194 kilometres an hour before they scrub off.
Utama is such a difficult, all 5
in there here, climbing in the hill in 4th gear, all the way up here in 4th.
Can't push it, just cut Peter. That was so close. They're being ultra brave through there. But look at Gonzalez, just really seeing it properly strung out, Peter. This is absolutely fascinating. I wonder what on a bunch of these riders are coming down the waterfall. They fan out 3 abreast towards the penultimate curve on a given inch, but he's forced to. He cuts back up the.
They flick it in there, scrubbing off the speed, then on the brakes as they go into the left-hander.
Back over onto the black stuff, in towards the final corner. Iriarte back down into 3rd place.
Yeah, he went from quickly as they can change the gear, they do so. So there is the number 13 of Hakim Danish, our points leader. But to 3rd, just on the scrub and the brakes into the left.
The background, it was Danish. Danish went down, Peter. Tough moves against turn 3 is not your stereotypical overtaking spot, Peter.
No, it isn't. But
more of it. It is. It's the series leader down, and that could be well and truly game on.
Right, back with the leader. It's Brian Iriarte who has the advantage over Capuchin in the white helmet.
Who our top 3 are, Peter. It's as if Utama never went away.
Liz is in 3rd place.
And you've got Morelli in there as well, Peter.
Where did he come from?
How'd you do that, Marco?
Of course, he didn't come. He was pit lane start yesterday, but that was a penalty. He started from 15th, his qualified position, to 5th, kind of thing. Right, so it is Iriarte on the 51. Capuchin white is inside in 3rd place.
Pushing Daniel Jr. the number 70 up with 8 laps to go. We're halfway through the back of the leading group. So a lot of the riders who maybe had a little bit less has changed up again. Probably. But he just, after the end of free practice and qualifying, we've a lot better here today as we see Morelli now moved up into 3rd. What's going on with effectively one of his riders? Part of the big
guy who you always think could win any weekend, but it just doesn't come together for him. Maybe this is his day.
On his day, he is quicker than absolutely everybody in this field by a little bit of a margin, to be just a bit more down in confidence perhaps at the moment, you might say.
Okay, back with the lead, but one weekend doesn't make a championship, does it?
No, but there's no doubt there's talent, but he's got to keep up to go one better than that. He wants to be a junior GP champion, rebel British champion the same year, like the right Terry. Please hook you up with the GoPro someday, that'd be quality.
Yeah. Magello out and away we go. Who makes a good start? Christian Daniel Jr. is tucked in behind Brian Uriarte, but it is the 51 of Uriarte that leads. The American is behind him. Veda Ega
really gets, to be honest, at this stage. Fernandez. Now this is interesting, Peter. Look at the gap now he's managed to get through in that final sector, along with Christian Daniel Jr. and Beñat Fernandez. Will the Raih use a lot more of the track lap by lap as the sun starts to beat down here in Mugello and things heat up? Their impact got to stay very, very clean and avoiding white lines, but it is Uriarte from Daniel and then Utama. Carter Thompson slotted into fourth. He narrowly missed the back wheel. Let's look at their lap times. A 2:02 flat from Uriarte. That and then you've actually got
entered the straight with about a 4 bike lengths lead, but that has gone.
But crucially, they weren't able to overtake
Daniel Jr., the American 16-year-old, in second place. Brian Uriarte in third, and looking wide back there is Marco Morelli, the 95, the Argentine.
Just behind him. That's a really quick lap from the South African. We've not seen too much improvement for him so far this year in terms of his results, but he's far more in the mix. I do wonder what kind of race we're about to see. Will the riders have looked at what happened yesterday? Not can't have back on mess again. If I have more pace, I need to go for it. Chris has got this, and he's got Hakim Dinesh just ahead of him on the track for Malaysia. Series leader on 23.
There's only 3 seconds covering the whole grid at the moment, so 51. It is Brian Uriarte with the advantage.
Sullivan Mountain getting a bit, he's sacrificing a lot of his drive there as he was going to go.
Right, so Brian Uriarte again with the advantage, but he's already giving the slipstream to the number 7 as to hold the inside line there and get the drive up the hill, so he's done a superb job there holding it on. Brian Uriarte on the 51, and up the inside is the 50 of Carter Thompson, the Australian.
And look at the 13 of Hakim Dinesh as well, that series
over Beñat Fernandez on the number 7.
Loser that last time around was actually Carter Thompson, number 50. Into that history back from Jerez, the first round of the year. You've got Gonzalez in 5th as well, Peter.
Yes, and already the 70 of Christian Daniel Jr. looking for a way past Brian Uriarte, finishing
behind the 51 of Uriarte. He switches towards the inside line and Daniel goes for the lead but thinks better of it through Arabiata. One, we then go childhood friends. They've grown up racing each other all along, and as they're getting all involved, it is Utama who goes through into the lead.
And this, using 51 Brian Uriarte there trying to squeeze through.
What an advert, Peter, this is for the Asia Talent Cup. I know they're taking sign-ups for the following year.
Absolutely brilliant. So, Carter Thompson 51, 50 has the advantage, but it just changes with every corner.
So Morelli yesterday, that's why Morelli, the Argentinian, got his long lap penalty, but all cleanly through today. Look at the number 7, Beñat Fernandez, going round the outside at the final corner. He's up.
It's been a bit disappointing the last couple of races, obviously trying to put that right. Veda Ega, the 54, along
towards 2nd or 3rd place now. Brian Uriarte snatches the lead right back from Carter Thompson. That was a brilliant set of moves.
In 8th place, but now looking really strong there in 2nd place. The 85 of Mike Yu, he has the advantage again, out onto the start and finish to complete lap 2.
They come, it is the 51 from the 7. You've also got Singapore back there, the weaving from one side of the track to the left, trying to keep it fairly sensible. Thompson and Singapore both slate breakers. You got the number 4 of Sullivan Mountain in there too. Semitani the 34, but no, it looks to be Hakim Dinesh who's got the interest.
Willem Clark down in 15th place.
The whole field good as well by fair couple of riders going on the green there as Uriarte just sweeps across to try and protect his line and his run. Terribly, only as Singapore takes it straight back from him.
I didn't see who it was who went way right.
Asia Talent Cup 1, 2, 3, 4 right now at Red Bull Rookies Cup.
Yesterday's race so far.
Yeah, it's no one's really got the pace as before. It's a high 2:02 the last time around. They are going to get quicker and quicker as they get more confident.
Yeah, and the advantage has disappeared, hasn't it? Because Singapore is already back with them, and as you say, they
start to try and make a break.
Right, so there is a separate Beñat Fernandez, the 17-year-old Spaniard, the winner of race 2 in the He has the advantage.
Previous winner so far this season.
And the 34 of Semitani is in 2nd place, the Japanese, 18-year-old Japanese. He had a fine run yesterday. He was quite close to
So in the lead we now have Ariate from Danish. It's as you were with us, championship lead. Terry, please let's hook you up with the GoPro someday. That'd be quality.
Yeah, so there we are. They're forming up on the pole position on the right-hand side of the grid because the first corner is on the left. Fernandez on the rev limiter, and away they go. Certainly Brian Ariate's got a good run. You can see the 51. Is he going to? No, it's Veda Ega who has the advantage. It's Veda who leads into the left.
So orderly for the first like 6, 7 or 8 riders. I mean, what a start Veda Ega had, but after that it was absolute chaos. You're offline, some of the riders going inside. That was the number 11 there going up the inside. I think I saw David.
We're coming to the corkscrew section, and unless you go up there and watch it, you can't believe how through the left-hander up into 5th and 200 kilometres an hour, 100